Today we are making history because Donut Battery is the world's first solid-state battery in production vehicles shipping to customers.
A recent post on X dated January 5, 2026 directly confirmed that Donut Labs' all-solid-state non-toxic, thermally stable high-performance battery. The technology is scalable, while the sodium-ion-based composition of the battery doesn't require lithium and cobalt to function. Let's be clear from the outset. If even half of what Donut Labs claims is true, this is not merely an incremental improvement in battery technology. It represents a fundamental breakthrough compared to everything that the industry has relied on for more than 3 decades. No lithium, no rare earth metals, a 5-minute charge, a lifespan of 100,000 cycles, or up to 100 years of use. That combination alone explains why this announcement has sent powerful shockwaves through the battery industry and why a small, newly emerging startup like Donut Lab is being monitored extremely closely and with a high level of caution by major players such as Toyota, Samsung, SDI, and Quantum Cape. Whether they openly admit it or not, this achievement has already placed Donut Lab at least 4 years ahead of them in research. The question then is why we should trust this semi-solid-state battery when Donut Lab has never made public any patents related to it. And is this truly a purely chemical battery intended for use in electric vehicles? Or is it simply a pseudo-supercapacitor or a hybrid battery? Now for those with technical expertise, especially those who have followed battery research since the days of nickel-cadmium cells and early lithium-ion batteries, skepticism is not only understandable but necessary. The battery industry has promised revolutions countless times. Most never made it beyond the laboratory. Some never truly existed at all. So rather than reacting with blind excitement or outright dismissal, the only rational approach is to examine the contradictions directly. And interestingly, when we do so carefully, some of the most controversial aspects surrounding Donut Lab may actually point to a technology that does not neatly fit into our existing mental models, rather than one that is simply impossible. The first shock, is this even a battery? The most heated debate to emerge from CES 2026 centered on a core allegation that Donut Lab's device may not be a true battery at all, but rather a pseudo-capacitor or a hybrid energy storage system. At first glance, this criticism sounds serious. A full charge in 5 minutes and a lifespan of 100,000 cycles are classic characteristics of capacitors, not batteries. Traditional electrochemical batteries rely on the slow diffusion of ions into electrode materials. That process takes time and inevitably degrades the structure. By contrast, capacitors store charge on surfaces and can operate virtually indefinitely. So, critics raise the obvious question: if it behaves like a capacitor, isn't it simply a capacitor? But in reality, while capacitors do charge quickly and boast long lifespans, they fail catastrophically in one critical area: energy density. Even the most advanced supercapacitors rarely exceed 10 to 20 W per kilogram. Donut Lab, by contrast, claims an energy density of 400 W per kilogram, nearly twice that of Tesla's best cylindrical cells and far beyond what LFP or sodium-ion technologies can currently achieve. If Donut Lab's battery truly employs an amorphous ceramic structure, such as amorphous titanium dioxide, then the usual trade-offs may no longer apply in the same way. That alone could explain the extremely high cycle life without resorting to speculative or science fiction physics. The most emotionally charged moment in the entire Donut Lab story did not come from an abstract debate about chemistry or energy density, but from what people physically saw, or more accurately didn't see, at CES 2026. For an industry that lives and dies by demonstrable proof, the absence of a working battery cell on one of the world's largest technology stages immediately set off alarms. Visitors saw modules, housings, and carefully designed enclosures, but no cells actively charging, discharging, heating, or powering anything in real time. For engineers, researchers, and long-time observers of battery hype cycles, this absence triggered an almost instinctive reaction. Those cells have really proven their worth in terms of like energy density and capability. And I really think we're only in the beginning of that. Until now, we have good reason to be concerned. Will electric cars go the distance? Will they charge quickly enough? Will the batteries last? Will they be affordable? Today, electric car batteries remain the main source of skepticism and the biggest barrier to widespread adoption. Not all EVs offer a range of over 300 m. Fast charging can still take up to 30 minutes, and many drivers are deterred by the fear of battery degradation, losing more than 25% capacity after just a few years. To make matters more complicated, most EVs in the U.S. are still proving themselves in the market, while Chinese electric car companies are expanding rapidly. That's going to continue to happen. That doesn't mean we don't also look at trends like solid-state batteries and supercaps and other things that might provide other alternatives of energy. But, so yes, major players like Mercedes-Benz are going all-in on solid-state batteries. Chery is joining the race, and a wave of other companies are scrambling to catch up, treating this tech like a golden ticket to the future of electric vehicles. From the outside, it may seem like Tesla is sitting this one out, doing nothing. But that's exactly the perfect misdirection. While the rest of the industry is loudly chasing solid-state batteries, Tesla has been quietly upgrading its own battery technology. And it's happening right in front of us, without many noticing. The truth, Tesla batteries aren't just getting better year after year. They're charging faster, performing stronger, and most importantly, they're getting cheaper. And in the words of Lars Morave, Tesla's Vice President of Vehicle Engineering, if you look year over year, battery improvements have always been incremental. About 3% energy density improvement year over year, or something like that. And so here's the thing. If we can keep increasing energy density, improving charging speed, and dropping the cost of EV batteries, then what are we even arguing about anymore? I mean, just look at Tesla. Their battery prices have plummeted in a way that's honestly kind of insane. Back in 2013, Tesla was paying over $800 per kilowatt hour. Today, it's down to about $110 per kilowatt hour. And by 2026, they're aiming for just $97 per kilowatt hour. That's cheaper than LFP batteries, the very chemistry that's been bragging about low costs for years now. People love to say EVs.